briefly.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. We are back again, live from the Federation event 2016 in Orlando, Florida. And I'm here with a great group of people. I'm going to introduce you first to Dave Armstrong from Avila University in Kansas City, Missouri. And he's here with a group of students. I'm turning this camera off me because they're a little crazy. He's here with a group of students from what's called the 1650 Society.
Yeah.
And I'm going to introduce you to
University,
Dave here. He's going to tell you a little bit about it, and then I want you to meet these great students who are here with us. So Dave, take it away.
So hi everybody, you're here listening to us where you should be at work right now. We just got out of the pool here in Florida. They made us clean up a little bit so we can come talk to you and pretend like we're doing stuff while we're down here, other than being at the pool. Isn't that right, guys? Yeah. So really, so if you think we're really doing work, we won't, that's kind of the idea. So we're going to let you know that. So we're going to edit this part out.
Sure.
And I'm going to actually talk about what it is I'm supposed to talk about now.
Okay.
Anyway, 1650 Society. So the Sisters of St. Joseph, 6 women got together in a little kitchen in Le Puy, France in the year 1650. And here we are 360 years later, or whatever that is, 366 years later. Gathered in this same charism, this charism of loving unity. And students have taken on this charism as well, and that's who we have with you today. And we're going to talk to them about their experience of this conference and about their experience of that charism and what it means for them.
Great.
Okay?
Well, Dave, before we do that,
Yeah.
let me just ask you this. When did the 1650 Society start, and what is the mission of the society? Like, what types of things do you and the students do?
So it's important to understand that the 1650 Society isn't another organization or program or anything like that. The 1650 Society is just a formation of young people who get together who come to this understanding that the charism of loving unity is something that guides them in their life. So it's not another program. It's not something where we ask the students to do one more thing. What they already do is within this charism, and that's what they discover. 1650, the understanding of it came together from a meeting at Chestnut Hill College 4 years ago, and of the Associated Colleges Sisters of St. Joseph. So Michelle Lesher, Ryan, Ryan, sorry, I can't think of your last name right now, and the folks at Chestnut Hill, as we were talking, both of us had this idea of how can we extend this charism to the sisters. Chestnut Hill people said that they were starting a thing called the 1650 Society. I love that name, and so we kind of began at the same time. It was really a serendipitous kind of thing. And I believe both of us have formed at least 3 groups of students over those years. At Avila, it's been, I believe, 36 students, and we're in our 4th formation session.
How many students are here?
And we have 6 students here today from Avila University, but I think overall there's several more students here as well from other colleges. We just met Kate from K-State. She's wonderful. Michaela from Benedictine in Kansas as well. So we got a lot of people out here from Kansas. Great trip to
Well,
Florida.
let me say thank you for that explanation.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting and exciting to talk to you. However,
Yes,
I
I'm
want to get
boring.
to this group
Let's
over
get to the
here
better looking people.
because I think this is a pretty good looking group
Aren't
of
they
young
good looking?
people. So I'm going to start right here with Hannah, and I would like each of you to introduce yourself and just share a little bit about yourself and why you were drawn to be a part of the 1650 Society, and maybe what you're enjoying about the event.
Okay. Well, my name is Hannah. I'm a junior at Avila University. I'm getting ready to start the nursing program. I'm originally from St. Louis, and when I was in St. Louis, I attended St. Joseph's Academy, which is a high school all-girls academy founded by the sisters, and that's where I got introduced to the charism of the sisters and fell in love with the idea of service to the dear neighbor. And when I found out that Avila was sponsored by the sisters, I just knew that's where God was calling me to be. And ever since then, Avila just really keeps instilling that value of service to the dear neighbor. And then when I joined 1650 Society, we got to learn more about the charism of loving unity and how to love ourselves, how to love our neighbor, how to love God, and how to love the earth, and how all of that is intertwined into one unifying love. And I feel like that's been a really great central theme of this whole event, and getting to explain what that means to me, to the people here, and getting to hear what the sisters take on that has just been really inspiring and eye-opening, and I've just had a great time so far. I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
Especially in the pool.
Oh yeah,
It is a pretty cool pool.
it is.
All right. Thank you, Hannah. And this is Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Atkinson. I am a sophomore at Avila. I'm from Kansas City, so close to the area. What was the other question?
What drew you to the 1650 Society?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, I started last year was my freshman year, and I started with campus ministry. And just when I started there, I was super nervous as a freshman, didn't know what to expect, and I loved how campus ministry just welcomed me with open arms. And I feel like that's what we talked about today with the union loving, and that's what the Sisters of St. Joseph, they want everyone to do to the dear neighbor, and I feel like that's what exactly campus ministry did when I came my freshman year. So I'm excited to be able to help freshmen this year with the same thing. I wanted to join 1650 Society because I always like new experiences, and I didn't really know what to expect, and I just want to try everything. And today I was talking to one of the sisters, and you never know where your life is going to take you. And we're here now, and it's super awesome. Like, I never would have expected this. And when Dave asked me to be in the 1650 Society, and I am, and I'm so thankful that I did. And I'm glad that the sisters started everything, or my life would be completely different.
That's great. Thank you,
You're
Michelle.
welcome.
And what, aside from the pool, what are you enjoying most about the event?
Probably talking.
Hanging out with me, I bet.
Yeah, yeah. Just talking to the incredible sisters. They just have so much advice and just love and care. It's like they don't even know me, and it's just so cute.
That's great. Thank you for sharing. Now, Jake, I'm going to ask you to move forward a little bit here. We're going to hear from the male in the group. And so go ahead, Jake, tell us about yourself.
Well, hi, I'm Jake, and what drew me to not just like 1615 Campus Ministry, but Avila University is the fact that, I wasn't really planning on taking that step to go to college and anything, but then Avila reached out and they said, hey, come. They gave me opportunities through campus ministry to come. So when I came here, I'm like, all right, well, now I have to go all out. So then I'm like, well, what's the next step? And that's when I got invited to 1650. And through that, I get to be here, and it has just been wonderful so far.
That's great. Now, what year are you in school?
I'm a junior.
You are a junior,
Yep.
and originally from?
I am from Lenexa, Kansas, so I'm very close to the school actually.
Okay. And I'm going to ask you the same question. Aside from the pool, best part of the event?
Oof. For distracting me.
Our girls
No.
don't distract you.
No, definitely meeting all sisters, meeting Jane and Linda, and then seeing familiar faces too from around. It's just been great, and they've been so welcoming. And to hear everyone's story, and I know there's more names I'm just forgetting, but there's just 700 here, and they have all just been absolutely
And you haven't
wonderful.
memorized the names yet?
I
I'm
know,
a little
how terrible of
disappointed,
me.
Jake.
I'm sorry.
Come on, let's get on it. I'm going to check back with you on Wednesday morning before
Okay.
you leave. All right. Well, thank you, Jake. And here we have Ashley.
Oh, so the best thing, I'm going to skip all the introduction. The best thing is the name tags, because right now I'm remembering my name from this name tag. And everybody else's name. Not really. I'm Ashley Mackenzie, and I actually just graduated from Avila, so it's been a pleasure to be a part of the 1650 Society, and they said that I'm welcome to the meetings that they're going to have in the upcoming years and everything, so I'm excited about that. But I'm originally from around Chicago, Illinois. Found Avila through a weird connection, and then got really involved, and just, I don't know, I became, we were talking about how we found home, or where we find home, and I found it through Avila. Many times in different circumstances, and one of them was through the 1650 Society. When what drew me in was the secret email, I think, and then it was just very top secret, and it was
Am I going to have to inquire more about that?
probably, yeah. It was just very top secret, and I was like, don't tell anybody that you got this, and then just meet in the chapel, and then we'll go from there. I was like, okay. And then we went there and we learned about the charism a little bit through that, and I was like, okay, yeah, that sounds like something I want to do. I'm not Catholic, but just like from Avila, if everything like the charism, it just like draws you in, and that's something that's always drawn me in. Like, where's your home? And then loving others through Christ who loves us, and it's just something about that. Just like it screams home for me. Like just having the sense of community is just something that I've always longed for, and I feel like it's a calling for me personally to love others. So, yeah. I don't know. There's another question, but
If you think of it, we'll come back to you. This is a very loosely organized interview.
All right.
Thank you, Ashley. And this is
Casey.
Casey. Okay, Casey, tell us about Casey.
Hi, I'm Casey. I'm from St. Louis. I go to Avila also, and I'm part of the 1650 Society. I'm going to be a nursing major, and I'm a junior. And I love being part of the 1650 Society. At Avila, I'm part of campus ministry, and we do a lot of service. And then just serving the dear neighbor without distinction, that is what drew me in. Because I love doing service and community service. And learning everything here is just tying everything together for me, I think. So.
Great. And yeah, the question I didn't ask Ashley, and that's you, and then Ashley. Aside from the pool, what is the best part so far of your experience? Or best speaker, best part, what jumps out?
I love meeting all the sisters, and I love that they ask me the world's hardest questions all the time.
So I was educated by the sisters. So.
Yeah, you just don't know how to answer them. And then, of course, hanging out with these awesome people is pretty great.
That's great. All right, Ashley, I'm going to give you a chance to answer that
Thank you.
question.
I think the same, but also one of the panel speakers asked the question, "Why are you here?" And I was like, "Well, I ask myself that a lot." But it really made her like saying it out loud made me really think like, "Why am I here?" And like, "Why was I there last week?" Or like, "Why am I here?" Or "Why am I doing the work that I do?" It's just kind of like it really like draws you in and tries to. I'm always asking that question, so now I'm like really diving more into like what the reason is. But yeah, and being with the sisters is awesome.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing. So last but certainly not least is Rebecca.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Kitchen. I'm actually from Cape Girardeau, Missouri. I'm a junior at Avila, and what drew me to the 1650 Society would have to be that moment that Ashley talked about when we met in the chapel. There were people from the formation before us, and they started talking about what it did to them, and I'm like, I want that experience. Like, I want to be a part of something like that and be able to live the charism like the sisters have for so many years now. So that's
Great.
that.
So aside from the pool, and you can't say the hot tub.
Oh, the slide.
Oh, you know, I knew somebody was going to say that. Well, let me tell everybody out there watching, there is a really cool pool here. So, and it's clear that these young people have been enjoying the pool.
The sisters have to.
But they're also here taking in this event. And, you know, I can just speak for myself when I say your messages are very inspiring and hopeful. And I think it's great to see people from your generation and, you know, responding to the call of the charism and to connect more closely with the charism. And I think it was Ashley that touched on something in your comments. Well, I think you were the one that said that you were not Catholic.
Yeah.
And I'm actually very glad that you said that, because I know the congregation that I'm connected with, I'm an associate of the Sisters of St. Joseph of Northwestern Pennsylvania, and we're doing some projects with a group of college students right now. And many of them were surprised to find out we're trying to do some volunteer type of projects and to connect more with that demographic, if you will. And several of them were surprised because they thought you had to be Catholic to be doing something with the sisters. And of course, that's not the case. So I'm actually really glad that you mentioned that, because I think that's a piece of information that not everybody knows. So I appreciate you pointing that out. So I'm going to back up a little bit so I can pan this great group again. Thank you so much for taking time to talk with us. Wave to everybody out there on Facebook. And of course, wait a minute. I've assumed that you all like the Federation Facebook page.
Yes.
Okay, great. And you're going to share this with all your friends, right?
Yes.
Okay, and you're going to invite them to like the Federation Facebook page, right?
Like it.
All right. You got it. Thank you so much. And I'll look for you guys at the pool.
All right. Bye.